Queens at Radio Memphis from the Lush record and Queens. Ahead of that, it was the Rough Hearts with One Mistake. Because, you know, that happens.
That does.
Sometimes they're really big. Hence, Crime Time coming up in a little while. I think I have something here. Kind of lame, but, you know. It's, you know, sometimes you got to kind of go with it. Slow news day, hey, Rick? Yeah, sometimes it do be like that. So it's the way.
Yeah, well, you know, you turn on the network news and they've got nothing on there. And you could tell it was a slow news day, which is kind of a good thing.
A lot of filler. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's it's kind of nice sometimes to have a respite from
the insanity.
Yes.
There is a thing for that. Yes, you know, and
so I welcome slow news days when they actually happen.
Yeah, I should be a little more welcoming to those types of days, simply because it's nice to have a break from the madness.
Right.
But at the same time, we're here to deliver important information. Well,
right.
Maybe important. It's not. It's strictly entertainment. Well, not even that. Sometimes we tell of things that are actually happening.
I mean, we can educate.
Well, yes. I mean, after all, a guy with a 5-pound dumbbell crammed up his ass doesn't just happen anywhere.
Don't do this at home.
Yes, sir. That's the way that goes. Now, I do have this, and this is going to be, difficult, because the subject matter is, I guess horrific is a way we could describe this. It really kind of belongs here instead of Crime Time.
Yes.
It could be a runner-up to Crime Time, but it's just it sort of fits these guys. There are 4 men that have been arrested in India.
Mm-hmm.
Maharashtra, India, at the Sahadral Tiger Reserve there.
Oh.
This all came about when one of the accused phones was discovered to contain video of these 4 men gang raping a Bengal monitor lizard.
What? Where was this?
India. Closed-circuit television footage from the Maharashtra Forest Department shows the 4 men lurking around the forest and trespassing into the Sahadri Tiger Reserve, which was created by the Indian government in 2008 to conserve Bengal tigers. They're an endangered species.
Right.
Magnificent animals they are.
Yes, they are.
In addition to the video of the men sexually abusing the lizard, that's a string of words I never thought I would ever say in my life.
A string of words I never thought I'd hear.
But officials also found photos of various animals such as porcupines and deer on the men's phones. I guess they were shopping. Bengal monitor lizards can grow up to 5.5 feet long and weigh nearly 16 pounds, it says here. They are currently categorized as reserve species under the Wildlife Protection Act of 1972.
So that means you can't fuck them.
You can't eat them either.
Right. So, oh my God.
Forest guards initially only caught one of the accused while the others fled.
Presumably the guy they caught still had his pants down around his ankles, I guess.
The remaining 3, the remaining 3 were found in Hatif village in the Rednagiri district of Maharashtra. Officials said the men came to a village from another town, Konkan, to hunt. Now, the 4 hunters have been identified. The case was taken to the India Penal Court. Well, that's a kind of an odd thing to have. But they were there to discuss proper legal action and charges against the 4 men. According to the Indian Penal Code, Section 377 states that anyone who voluntarily commits intercourse with an animal, quote, shall be punished with imprisonment for life or with imprisonment of either description for a term which may extend to 10 years and shall also be liable to fines.
I think they need all of that.
Well, this is all I have on this particular story.
What possesses any single person to have sex with a giant lizard? I cannot believe I just asked that question. But furthermore, why did 4 people think this was a good idea? And videotape themselves doing it.
Uh-huh. Well, you got to save the moment. You know, you got to have something to...
You know, it would have been a lot safer if they had just gone and bought one of those inflatable T-Rex suits and put one guy inside and just go to town.
Yeah, but that's not going to fight back, and maybe that's part of the thrill. And I don't think those inflatable T-Rex suits have a cloaca.
That's where the fan is.
Well,
you got to take the fan out.
You got to take the fan out. Then it's not inflatable anymore, and then it's just sad.
This was sad.
This is horrifying, is what it is. Like I said, I saw this story late yesterday,
and you weren't sure.
And I was like, this has got to be some stupid Weekly World News thing, but they won't even touch it. And it showed up in like 4 or 5 other sources, and I thought, well, let's see what happens in the morning, and
here it is.
And now here we are.
Wow. Gang raped a monitor lizard.
Yes, sir. That's what we have here.
That's... Oh, man.
The word sick comes to mind, but I don't think that covers it.
I can't... They had to be drunk. They had to be on something. They had to.
Were they all just sitting around somewhere and go, hey, you want to go to the reserve and fuck a lizard? No, Frank, we've had a busy weekend as it has.
Right. We don't have time for that. Or, much easier. You can go buy a Kermit the Frog puppet. There's a hole for your hand already.
Yeah, but once again, it's not a cloaca and it doesn't fight back.
But
now, of course,
if while you're going up and down, the arms are flopping.
Well, if you're masturbating with it, that's a whole different deal.
Right.
I just got head from Kermit.
God. It's funny, but it's sick. I mean, I'm disgusted by it.
It's hilarious.
It is.
And it's not here. This is something I would equate nearly with Florida Man. But
yes.
But I would think even Florida Man's going, nah, man, that's just too far.
I'm not going to screw
That's too far, man.
I'd screw the pooch before I'd screw the lizard.
That happens, you see.
That happens in Florida all the time.
Yes.
Wonder if they feel like chicken.
I don't know.
Ask the guy that was doing the chicken.
And I'm not, too hip to the monitor lizard anyway. All I know is just kind of what I
just know it's a big lizard.
They show up in various stories from time to time about endangered species and stuff.
Right.
Aren't they kind of like dangerous? Don't they like bite?
Yeah, I think they're poisonous, as I recall.
Are they poisonous?
I don't. Is the Komodo dragon?
Komodo dragon.
Okay,
yes.
Komodo dragons are poisonous.
Yes.
I thought that some of the monitor lizards were poisonous. I could be wrong.
I don't know. I don't know that I want to know unless it's like an Indian form of jackass.
Maybe that's it. Oh man, we're not going to get any views now.
No, that game is over. You see. Let's see here. Let's see if we can learn something. Monitor lizards are large lizards in the genus Varanus. They're native to Africa, Asia, and Oceania. And one species is also found in the Americas as an invasive species. About 80 species are recognized who fall under this category of being a monitor lizard. Long necks, powerful tails and claws. See? And well-developed limbs.
Claws.
And
the tail, from what I understand, can...
Well, it'll knock your brother down.
Yeah, they're powerful.
They can get over 10 feet in length. And, well, they are related to the Komodo dragon because they're also a monitor lizard, you see.
Okay. All right.
Those can get as big as 23 feet.
Yeah. And they'll kill a brother.
We have 2 of those here at the Memphis Zoo.
Yeah.
And they're cool. They are really cool.
Way cool to watch, yes.
Most monitor species are terrestrial, but arboreal and semi-aquatic monitors are also known. Most monitor lizards are carnivorous, eating eggs and smaller reptiles, fish, birds, insects, and small mammals. Some also eat fruit and are vegetation, depending on where they're living. Okay. Let's see here. Some species of monitors can count. Studies feeding rock monitors varying numbers of snails show that they can distinguish numbers up to 6. Interesting. Nile monitors have been observed to cooperate when foraging. One animal lures the female crocodile away from her nest while the other opens up the nest to feed on the eggs. Then the decoy then returns to also feed on the eggs. Komodo dragons at the National Zoo in Washington, D.C. recognize their keepers and seem to have distinct personalities. Some have become a staple in the reptile pet trade. They make boots out of them because of their leather.
No.
The meat of monitor lizards is eaten by some tribes in India, Nepal, the Philippines, Australia, South Africa, and West Africa as a supplemental meat source. Both meat and eggs are also eaten in Southeast Asian countries such as Vietnam and Thailand as a delicacy. Well, I would say yes.
The one from the reserve has a bit of a wang to it, though.
I would say so. They are on the red list of threatened species. Most of the monitor lizard species fall in the categories of least concern, but the population is decreasing globally. Well, if they quit having sex with them, all but 5 species of monitor lizards are classified by the Convention on International Trade in Endangered Species of Wildlife, Fauna, and Flora under Appendix 2, which is loosely defined as species that are not necessarily threatened with extinction, but may become so unless trade in such species is subject to strict regulation to avoid use incompatible with the survival of the species, blah, 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 blah.
They're threatened with rape, maybe not extinction.
Yes. Some of them, there are 5 of them that are endangered completely. They're outlawed in international commercial trade of them. The yellow monitor is protected in all countries in its range except Bhutan, Nepal, India, Pakistan, and Bangladesh. Well, I've just learned more about these big lizards than I really thought I would. When I woke up this morning, this was certainly
not what you had in mind.
No, but there it is. Nothing about
poison
or...
Okay, but they can hurt you.
Well, I would say that they could.
Nothing about that sounds appealing.
Well, no.
And I don't know what would get into their heads to think that all 4 of them, hey, listen, man, what a great idea.
Yeah. No. They must be like the unluckiest losers on singles night in any bar
anywhere.
In India.
Yeah. Oh, we didn't have any luck tonight. Let's go to the reserve.
Let's go to the reserve and find some wildlife. I'm just trying to wrap my head around the steps of thought that occurred that led these 4 guys. And that they were all on the same page about this. That's what is this? Is this corporate? Did they sit around the table and go, we could do? And somebody else went, yeah, we could. Somebody went, I don't know, man. They went, oh, come on, man. Come on, it'll be fun.
And the 4th guy goes, yeah, I got my phone. Come on, let's go.
Come on, let's go. We'll put it on the Instagram. It'll be big.
Oh, man. Well, now they're just going to have to worry about somebody gang ranking them now.
Probably. I guess I don't know how it is in an Indian prison.
I don't either.
What are you in for? About that.
Gang rape the monitor lizard.